tell someone who wants to be an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur still in the beginning stages?
I would definitely have to tell a beginning entrepreneur to be creative. I'm going to give you guys a little story of how I started, so hopefully that'll help you understand why you need to definitely be creative. My very first business was a moving company. We actually moved furniture. But before I started my business, I worked for another moving company. So I basically moved furniture for them, and as time went along, I kind of worked up the ranks there, where I started doing all their paperwork, start collecting all their money. And I've always been an entrepreneurial type. So basically, once I started looking at that paperwork, seeing how much was being made, I said, well, why am I keep doing this for them when I can do it for myself? So that's what I did. So I sat back and kind of sketched up some things on what I needed to get that moving company started. And of course, the biggest roadblock would be getting trucks. And I didn't have $20,000 for a decent used moving truck, and my credit wasn't like that to get one either. So I said, how can I get this done? So again, trying to think and be creative on how I can get this business off the ground with no money, at least no money like that to get it started. So the first thing I did, my next paycheck, I basically saved up so I could get some flyers. So I went down to the local printer, got some flyers printed up, because of course I didn't have no money for this big marketing budget for radio, TV, things that I end up doing later on. But in the beginning, I didn't have that type of money. So what I did, when I got those flyers printed, and again, said, now what do I do with these flyers? So again, trying to be creative. So I said, well, let me contact everyone that comes in contact with someone that is moving. So I made a list. So every realtor, every apartment complex, every mortgage company, anyone that comes in contact with a mover, I went and seen. I went and introduced myself. I gave them a flyer. Meanwhile, I started thinking, well, where I'm gonna get these trucks from? So it hit me, well, I guess I will have to go rent these trucks. So back then, it was I was renting rider trucks. So for the next couple of weeks, I saved up where I could rent a truck when it was time, when that first job came in. So a few weeks passed, and then finally a call came in from those flyers. I booked my first job. I went and rented that truck. Actually, I had to go borrow the moving pads to protect the customer's furniture because I didn't have money for that. But basically, I was creative on how I can get this business off the ground. I didn't lay back and, I don't have the money or whatever to get this moving company. I had to be creative. So that's the big message on today. You must be creative. And the thing about being creative, if you adopt that mindset, that'll keep you from having any of those excuses of I don't have money or any other kind of roadblock that many people, it's human nature that you put those roadblocks in your mind. But if you can keep that, hey, I'm going to be creative no matter what the problem is, what roadblock pops up, I'm going to think to be creative first. So as long as you do that, that'll help you with that. So basically, like I say, I would definitely have to say if I was to tell any beginning entrepreneurs, you definitely just want to be creative. And again, if I wouldn't have been creative in the beginning, that business wouldn't have turned into a successful business, and I wouldn't be able to invest into stocks later on. I wouldn't be able to invest into starting other businesses, investing in other people's businesses. I wouldn't have had any of that if I wouldn't have been creative in the beginning. So yeah, guys, all you beginning entrepreneurs out there, remember, just be creative. And like we always tell you guys, work hard now to live your best future and stay creative. All right, we'll see you next time.